Nice. Thank you for inviting us, Jack. That's a really great opportunity to hang out with your community, and I'm excited to meet everyone.
Yeah, of course, man. It's yeah. So would love to actually have you guys on Mongol NFT Discord and stage and to talk about the Mindpets, and also like thank you guys for showing up today, for all the co-founders of Mindpets, and we are super excited to have you guys today.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think we're ready to begin. I think we have everyone. So hello, everyone. Hello to the community. Thank you for waiting for a couple more minutes while we get started. My name is Eneral. I will be your moderator for today. And today we are joined by Mindpet and their co-founders. If you would all like to introduce yourselves, and after introductions, tell us a bit more about Mindpet, if you could. Can we start introductions with maybe Abdul?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thanks for hosting us. We're really excited. My name is Abdul Algharbi. I'm a CTO and co-founder at Mindpet. Also, I'm a senior lead at Unity Technologies, doing video games for a long time now. It's been like almost years developing apps and video games. And we started working on Mindpet 2 years ago, and now we are in like in public beta version right now, available on Android and iOS. Dima, do you want to go next?
Well, sure, yeah. Nice to meet everyone. So we're developing Mindpet, which is basically like a metaverse for self-care. It's not specifically a metaverse yet. It's a mobile multiplayer game where you can meet up with your friends, meditate together, track your mood, and we're going to be adding a lot more different features. And we just want to bring this idea of having a game that is all about self-care and meeting up with your friends and taking care of yourself. And not all games are designed to do that. So we're in a mission to help people with mental health. A little bit about myself. I've been working with consumer apps for the past 8 years. Worked on Replica AI before, which is a AI chatbot that becomes your friend. Generally very passionate about mental health and how it affects us, especially for younger generations. It's been a weird issue we're all been facing for the first time in our lives because of social media or other things that in our life that we're affected by. I met Abdul about 2 years ago when we started the company, and then we met our amazing chief design officer Nick, which is Skullgo, and our chief operation officer and founder Julie, which is Jules here on Discord. Yeah, that's pretty much it, and yeah, excited to talk.
Maybe we get introduction from Skullgo.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. It's really nice to be here and talk to you, meet you all in virtual space of Discord. So I'm a chief designer at Mindpet, and my background in design mostly in creating social networks and social media and applications, websites, and I'm a big fan of game community and game design community. So I'm really passionate about the Mindpet and what we do because, in my opinion, it's like the perfect time right now to create a game that is designed for mental health improvement. And I'm looking forward to find a way how we're going to be working with you all together as well. So want to introduce you to Jules.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. I'm Julie Song. I'm the Chief Operating Officer. Basically, I have a huge passion for healthcare, and as we are all coming out of the pandemic, I know we're all looking for a way to meet with friends, but we're also trying to reflect, right? Like, what do we all just go through? I previously worked at UCSF, so I have a background in healthcare, and I've been a healthcare advocate for over 4 years. And so we're hoping that we can give access to mental health and self-care practices to everybody across the world with our mobile app. It's easily accessible. You can access it by your phone. And the goal is to help everyone become healthier versions of themselves. So again, thank you all for having us.
All right. Thank you for the introductions. So first of all, where did you come up with the idea for Mindpet, and how long did it take for it to become, the tangible product or the application that it is today? And were you all part of it from the beginning stages until now?
That's a great question. Thank you so much. So basically, I worked at Replica AI, which was an AI chatbot. Uh, of yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, now I can
Yeah,
hear you.
sorry. Yeah, so I worked at Replica, which was like an AI chatbot for mental health, and it wasn't specifically a chatbot for mental health, but it was like a chatbot that can talk to you and you can vent with. And then we realized that mental health market is on the rise, like back in 2016, where Headspace started to become popular and other apps. And I helped to grow the app from 0 to like 5 million users. And then I quit, and I was depressed by myself personally because I moved to the US and I was going through a hard time. My friend died, and it was just like a weird time. And I couldn't work anymore, and I was like really going through a hard time. And it's the first time in my life I started caring about myself and doing meditations, learning about like I don't know, like good diet, workout schedule, and I literally like pulled myself out of a pretty bad state. And I realized that, like, after also working at Replica and seeing so many young people going through like shit and like really hard times, I was like, why don't we create like a game that is designed to like prevent all those stuff, and that will just proactively tell you that like, dude, you need to take care of yourself. You could learn those practices, or you can journal or track your mood or like whatever. and and then I started figuring out how do I build a game. I never built games before. And a little later, my friend introduced me to Abdul, who is like a like one of the best game developers I ever met in my life. And we met at a pizza place, and we shared the same vision, and we started working on it about 2 years ago. And first we worked on a single player app like on weekends, and it started like as a passion project. And then we realized that there's something very important about it. And we met Nick a little later and Jules, and we just decided to build a multiplayer, full-blown metaverse out of it. So we started basically building multiplayer and the current version of the product about 2 months ago. So to summarize, it took us 2 years to reflect on the idea and build some prototypes. And then in the past 2 months, we did like most of the work, like 80% of work, say.
Right. Thank you for answering that. And so, for obviously those of us in the community who don't know, could you run us through what you can do on this on the application, and what advantages it holds?
I would like Abdul to answer this.
Sure. So basically, the app is we took a long time understanding the user experience and the language colors used in the app, because we're very careful about designing a safe place for all users. And the idea of the app is very simple. You go into a place which is safe place for you. You can invite your friends in by just open up a URL and send it over to any communication messenger like SMS or Facebook Messenger or Discord. And then anyone can just click on the link and join you. And then you can go and do a lot of self-care experiences, like you meditate with your friends together, You can go listen to calming music. You can do breathing exercises. And also we designed specific experiences for you. Like how could you, like, for example, you're going through a lot of emotions throughout the day, so you can actually track your mood and see how are you doing like throughout the week. We give you also statistics about how much time you meditated, so you can see if you're improving or if you need like to work on that. uh, we provide all of that in addition to enabling you to actually socialize with friends. So you can simply, we have voice chat in the app. You can chat with your friends. While you have your pet, you can customize it, and also like you can use the pet to send emotes to your friends. So you can basically hang out with a friend in a very safe and calming place. And that's all available. You don't need to do anything. Basically, just open the app and then send the invites and then join your friends. That's it.
Right. And so we have a quick question on our stage chat. It says, "Hi, how did you learn about Mongol NFT, and what are your thoughts on Mongol NFT?"
Nick or Jules, do you want to answer this?
Dina, I think you're best for this answer.
I actually met Jack NFT in New York. I went to Chainlink event, and there was a happy hour. It was actually a really cool experience going to NFT New York. It was right after COVID like ended, and all like a lot of people from all over the world came to New York, and everyone was so happy. And there was like 200 different events around NFTs, and a lot of people became friends. And I became friends with Jack, and we're in Midtown, New York, talking on the patio together of this Chainlink event,
Yeah.
and he was like, "I'm working on a NFT marketplace that's called Mongol NFT," and I'm like, "Wow, that's really cool." And that's basically the first time I heard about like a really high quality product that is an NFT marketplace for a specific region. Can you tell us a little bit about how you started this, Jack? That would be really interesting to hear.
Oh, sure, man. Yeah, so it was actually really glad actually meeting with actually Dima at the time and at the channeling. So a little bit of background on like how we started actually Mongol NFT. And so I used to work at a shift, and my friend Adi, and he used to work at the Grab Hub. So we were talking about NFTs and NFT marketplace, etc. Then we kind of like brainstorming like NFT marketplace. So then actually we Adi has a kind of friends and Sabit and Gabit, also our co-founders in Mongolia. Then we actually kind of like gathered together to talking about, so this NFT is kind of like it's becoming a really big thing, and I think like it's really good time maybe we can actually like think about the building a region specific NFT marketplace. And then we talked with Sabit and Gabit and Adi together for the first to build this NFT marketplace. So we built the NFT marketplace within 3 months, then launched it on September last year in September. And since then, yeah, everything was kicked off. And now it's the biggest NFT marketplace in the region. We sold over 15,000 NFTs so far. And yeah,
It's an insane result.
That's really cool. How many artists do you have on the platform? And are there any artists here in this audience?
Yeah, sure. I'll probably. Hey guys, I'm Maddie. So I'll just give you some info data points. So we got already dropped off like 40 creators, uh, like the best of bests, like in artists, singers and musicians and all kind of people, very talented people. And we got like, and the list we have 300 creators waiting for their drops too, and some of them already scheduled within like 2 months. So it's crazy, right? So it's like in 6 months we got that many creators, interested and give us, interest in applications so far. Yeah, so
Nice.
that's some data points. And we got also like, collectibles like wolves, right? Like you see my profile picture.
Avatar? Yeah, it's cool.
So,
Yeah,
I
it
have a
looks
question.
awesome.
I have a question. What is the most expensive NFT you're sold in the marketplace?
most expensive? That's a good question. So it's like in Mongolian Tugrix, it's 50 million approximately. It's like 15. In US dollar, it's like 15,000.
Wow, that's pretty
around,
cool.
that's the most expensive one. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the reason that the NFT is so expensive is like there's an artist like very beautiful picture of like Chinggis Khan, and this painting and actually located in the government building, one only. So the artist decided to make it as NFT and then also sell that and then. And basically, that costs a lot because it's in a government building, and whoever gets the NFT, it's like.
Is it like the original?
Huh?
Is it the original?
Yes, original is located in a government building.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's
very cool.
yeah, it's like prime minister room or something. I don't know.
Wow, Mongolia has such
Yeah.
crazy history. It's like the middle of the world, one of the like oldest empires. That's very cool. I have another question. Did you ever partner with Zora? Are you aware of Zora? What's your relationship with Zora? Do you know that they do partnerships with like other NFT platforms to host them as well?
It says Zora.
Yeah, correct. Zora. Yeah.
Zora. Maybe Jack.
I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't think like we have a partnership with Zora. Yeah. So I don't think so. Yeah. But so can you?
It's interesting. We should invite my buddy from Zora, Oleg. He's a blockchain architect, and I think a lot of there are some blockchain platforms that are working on interoperable
interoperability.
blockchain.
Yeah.
So basically, Zora has foundation, and they have others. I don't really know much about NFT marketplace market, so that's why I'm asking those questions.
I see. I see. Also, like it's is it kind of like the like Zora blockchain, or is it like it's more like kind of multi-chain, kind of like service?
We should invite Oleg at Zora and hook you up with Zora. Do you know someone from Zora? I can connect you with them. They're pretty cool guys.
Yeah, let's do that. And so I don't know actually much about Zora, and I would be really appreciated if you can actually like introduce me to them.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, sorry, Jack. Do you have something to add?
Oh no. Yeah, sorry. Actually, we just actually jump onto like completely different topics. Yeah.
No. I think it was quite interesting for everyone.
Yeah.
But continuing on, I think the big question everyone obviously has is, in what ways do you plan on partnering with Mongol NFT? And if you could tell us a bit more about this and kind of introduce it to the community.
I think we're really open with partnerships right now. So we have all our cards like open because we just launched the app. We're experimenting with a lot of different things, and we're looking to build a community, and we're looking for people to try out the app and just give us the feedback. Uh, in the ideal scenario, we can lease you guys an island. For now, we can lease it for free, or we can basically charge you with some cool NFTs if you guys can give us some NFTs in exchange. We can create a private island for Mongol NFT and customize it for your community. So you can have group meditations or group events together where you can talk to each other and have happy hours. But there are specifically focused around self-care, and we can even invite some self-care influencers to run some things for you like on a weekly basis. What do you think about that?
Actually, I love the idea of kind of like having this customized island, right? And that's the gathering actual Mongolian of the communities over there and doing some meditation together. And actually, that would be like phenomenal. I love that. And
Yeah, that's a
also
really
is
fun idea.
also, is it possible, Dima, that maybe like we can actually maybe put some maybe hidden gifts, right, on the island, so people can actually discover maybe some maybe like MNFT coin, like our coin, and or maybe like NFTs, so that people can actually kind of redeem those things on Mongol NFT platform.
Yeah, let's think about it. We don't really know much about NFT integrations with Unity and with gaming, and I think that's a huge subject for the entire Web3 community. How do we connect Web3 with gaming?
Yeah.
And if anyone knows about good examples of integrating Web3 assets or gifts or anything like that in the game, or if you have any ideas, just tell us.
Yeah.
And we're doing our own research, so we're gonna try to figure that out.
Yeah, so my idea is like maybe we don't have to have like blockchain specific things on the game, but instead of maybe kind of like coupon code. So the coupon code kind of represents NFT on Mongol NFT, or like coupon that represents some coin on Mongol NFT, so that when actually the people find these gifts, they will see the coupon code. So the people can actually put the coupon cards on the Mongol NFT or any marketplace, right? So they can actually redeem kind of like really interesting gifts from Mongol NFT. Yeah, or maybe like combination of a Mongol NFT and Mindpet. Also good too.
That's very interesting. Oh yeah, we can drop a collection with the Mindpet and Mongol NFT, and you need to find a code in the app, and then you can redeem it on the marketplace. Abdul, Nick, Jules, what do you think about that?
It sounds awesome. I mean, like we can even think of maybe some game mechanic for islands and like maybe a small quest that you have to complete to actually redeem it. But yeah, it sounds great. Or we can maybe work on some more complex logic and add some NPC that will be there who you can talk to or like interact and redeem the code. But it sounds great and actually possible to do. And I would also suggest to maybe work with one of your artists to create something like in between the style of Mindpet and the artworks that we can see on the platform of Mongol, because you do have really talented guys showcasing their work, and there's plenty of animals out there, and I do really love them. And maybe we can create a special like NPC that is going to be on the Mongol island, and you can talk to this pet and redeem the code, something like that.
Absolutely. I think maybe something that's just unique and rare. And maybe we could even run a contest of who finds it first. Something like that. What does that sound? How does that sound?
Yeah, sure. That sounds actually really interesting. And maybe we can have like small competitions or like tournaments on the islands, maybe once in a week, right? It's kind of so. And during also maybe meditation, maybe we can maybe I'm just imagining maybe we can have maybe a helicopter or like airplane if it's possible, right? And then kind of drop in kind of like an airdrop, right? Airdrop maybe like some interesting maybe like gifts or like maybe interesting things, maybe like interesting or like the missions they need to actually like do. And yeah, just imagining and yeah, I'm not sure like even that's possible to have like airplane and the drop in something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I just got some, thoughts on, yeah, because like the mind pet, it's like, it's experience for the people, like, finding people in as a community and creating healthy habits, discovering, healthy habits. So maybe probably we can use that as a whole, as a community. For example, our Mongolian community as a wolf, like collectibles. We can join as one of you could say the pet or whatever, the character you have in network. So instead of joining us as an individual, we can also join us as in a community. You know, this is basically it's the gateway to join the other communities as a whole. So that's what I'm just trying to say, and that would be a nice idea. So it's like basically you see it, there's like yoga class or something, right? So you say, hey, there's like some kind of activity going on. So it's like we can promote that in our channel to our wolves.
It's gonna be like a personalized. You're gonna have like your personalized experience, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds good. I mean, like, you also mentioned that you do have some musicians, sound designers on the platform, and maybe we can collaborate with them to create the special meditation experiences, and like the music NFTs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe some people are interested, like some musician like Mongolian folk song or something, right?
Yeah.
Meditating or something like that. So, yeah, something like that. We can just like share our community between our community,
Quick question, guys. So, like for example, let's say maybe we want to create some customized Mongol NFT islands, right? So, like, how long maybe like would it like? How much maybe like would it take to actually like, island on it, so that we can maybe like bring our community and maybe like practice some meditations?
So right now, we already have the meditation part in the app itself. We haven't integrated any NFTs yet. So I would expect, like, according to our progress, 6 weeks, we could have all the NFT infrastructure integrated into the app, and we could have the customized island where you can, each user, if they link their wallet, they can go and see a gallery of their NFTs, and they can invite people to look at it in addition to all the customizations.
Yeah, that sounds actually really great. And also like we can also can help on like blockchain side to also like fund like how we have like engineering like resources that maybe can actually help you educate, right? So that's maybe make it easily to actually do that.
Okay. Thank you for that lively discussion on potential collaborations that we could work on. We have another question in the state chat. Thank you for the answer. So, what are the next steps for Mindpet? Do you plan to add more self-care aspects into your application?
Julie, you want to take on this?
Sure, absolutely. So, in the future, we're hoping that we can add. So basically, you'd be able to invite your friends, and everybody would be able to customize their own islands. And we're hoping that you can visit your friends' islands, and then you and your friends can also go on journeys together and collect items from other worlds, like other biomes. Maybe a world that is a world of jungle, a desert world, and you would collect these items and bring them back. And as far as self-care goes, we're also hoping that we can incorporate where you can change where their meditation hub is. So if you wanted to meditate at the top of the mountain, you can invite your friends to meditate with you there. So basically, ultimate customization. Your island is like your home. It's like your Zen temple. And, we're basically hoping that we can help everybody access mental health aspects of self-care, like mood tracking, goal tracking. What other aspects was it, Abdul, that we were talking about today? But basically helping you make mental health practices a part of everyday life.
Yeah, and also gratitude exercises.
We're also looking to partner with some mental health practitioners, and me and Jules are doing some research with mental health organizations in the Bay Area here in California and all around the world. And we're definitely gonna have some amazing practitioners and advisors on board. So we can actually work on probably like cognitive behavioral therapy, sort of chatbot experience maybe in the future, but I'm not sure if we're going to go that route. So we started with meditation because it's the easiest way to bring self-care into metaverse, because it's just audio files, right, that are made by content creators. But we're also going to track your mood. We're also going to track your physical stuff. We're going to have an integration with Apple Watch, track your pulse, track your diet, and whatever you want to track, we can implement that in the app. And then we're just going to listen to the community and figure out what are the most important things for everyone.
We also like trying to convert every aspect of the application into like gamified experience that will give you an opportunity to feel better. So talking about the collection of items on other islands, you can imagine something that you basically do in most of the games out there. But we're trying to approach every detail right now. You think about it, how the collection even can be possible to make you feel better. So it's not about like collecting something like in, I don't know, Nintendo games when you like chasing like the timer and you have to do that fast. But we're trying to find the simple ways of turning around all the aspects that are common to game design into something precious and helpful to improve your mental health.
All right, thank you for that answer. And I think everyone's looking forward to these new features that will hopefully be coming soon. Another question we had from the stage chat is Mindpet always going to be its own separate thing, or will there be any interaction with other popular metaverses such as Sandbox?
Tell us more about that, Nelly.
Tell us more about
other metaverses. We don't really we didn't really use any other metaverses so far. What are your most favorite metaverses? And tell us about this market.
Right. Maybe Jack, do you want to discuss about that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry. I didn't actually like listen to actually the question,
Oh,
but I think it seems like you're talking about.
Yeah, no. So the question that we got from the stage chat is Mindpet always going to be its own separate thing, or will there be any interaction with other popular metaverses like Sandbox? And so Dimo was furthering the question and asking what our favorite metaverses. Obviously, could you give us more information on Sandbox?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's actually a great question. And so I think like Sandbox is, I think, one of the like the biggest one right now. It's more like a metaverse, but it's a like when we talk about metaverse, it's kind of like as a funny thing that it's just a game, right? Or like just virtual world, and it's yeah. Then people actually kind of like thinking it's like a whole new thing. From my perspective, I think it's just a virtual world, and yeah. So yeah, Sandbox is one of the biggest one, and also we use actual Sandbox quite often. So we are building the capital city of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar, in UB City, in Sandbox, and we already have the working prototype, and we are working on to actually launch it officially, and as soon as possible when Sandbox actually
Wow, that's insane.
enables it. Yeah, and we can actually share the video and actually this the our prototype. I think is one of the like the really amazing kind of like
Oh yeah, please share that.
city.
Is
Yeah.
it a desktop
And
metaverse? How do you access the metaverse?
so to the game, right? It's kind of like you just need to download an kind of application, Sandbox application on your PC or on your Mac, so that you can actually play with kind of like the playgrounds. You can visit with some cities, and also like this doesn't have to be city. It could be maybe kind of like maybe empire, like any kind of things, and people can just go and check it out. But currently it's in alpha, so because of the limitations and it doesn't actually like possible. It's not possible to actually launch our city for public use. So when it becomes more like better version, then it will be possible that people can actually come and join and to see our city.
Yeah, so I'm adding on that.
Cool. Gonna test it.
I mean, as in a Mindpet, I'm imagination like kind of as a community. Let's say you have a, you know, the community already built there, and then people like want to engage each other. So embodying that community in the metaverse is very important. So actually, you guys can work together, and you can basically use our metaverse, like our UB city, to embody that community, and just like put some location, put some place or something.
For
There's
sure,
already
for
like
sure.
a lot of activity, right, in the metaverse.
Yeah.
If the sandbox opens, a lot of people will come in it. So there's
That's
a lot of things in there, but like one of the interesting thing is everybody has their own ideas, right? And cities and buildings.
mhm.
Yeah, it's so crazy. So
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's very interesting that like everything that we imagined about like in the 80s, only now it's coming to life because of Web3 and all those technologies. We're like finally building like a cool 3D world that is not like Facebook or like whatever, like or like game studios.
yeah, so definitely there's a communities, right? In metaverse, like lots of communities like each other, right? Like and every the people in the metaverse would be like divided in a lot of communities. Some people has like multiple communities there and joined already, right? So it's kind of I'm just seeing that like Mindpet community would belong somewhere in the metaverse, and maybe probably you can start with us, right? Kind of because there's already city in the land and everything.
For
We
sure,
already
you guys gonna be our first community because for now we don't have like a like an organization or a community that's part of Mindpad. We just have like individuals that are part of Mindpad or friend groups. I really want to chat with the community and hear some questions and just meet some people. Can we maybe invite more people to the stage and just make this conversation more inclusive?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If yes, from the audience, like if there's anyone want to come on the stage and ask questions, and from the founders of Mindpets, and yeah, please send me requests, and I will.
We also have another question is where can I download this application and is it currently only available for your mobile device?
Yeah, it's I that Discord doesn't allow me. So if you go to mind.pet, our website, you're gonna find links for Android and iOS. And right now, our target platforms are Android and iOS. In the future, we'll be adding more platforms.
And I think that's the last of our questions from our stage chat. If anyone has any last closing statements, you're more than welcome to speak up.
One of my most important statements is thank you so much for having us. It's a first Discord stage as a team, and we're very early, and we're very grateful for you to having us and like asking our questions that help us to tell us about our product. And I really want you guys all to download the app and check it out by yourself and give us any feedback you want. If you would be so grateful, Jack and Nelly, to drop the link to the app to your Discord group chat so everyone
Sure
can
thing.
check it out. And any requests or any collaborations you guys want to do, just feel free to ping us. Also join our Discord. We just started our Discord. I think we have like about 20 people there. So it's very early, and if you join our Discord and support us on Discord and help us, like even with your advice how to manage it, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I just wanted to welcome everyone to, once you download our app, feel free to go into our Discord if you want anyone to join you on any meditations, because we can actually join you on your island once you join our app and once you have a pet. I'd be happy to meet you guys on your island and do a quick meditation session. So yeah, I'm opening that up to everybody. Invite us, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, and maybe one last thing. So I'm not sure like it's possible or not, but like, is it possible that maybe like we can maybe like see some demo or like it's some maybe like video about that application, like the Mindpet game, so that people can actually like see it.
We do have a demo video, Jules. You want to send it over?
Yeah, I'll be happy to send you the link to our demo.
Oh, that would be great. And so yeah, I will share it with the community and the link and.
Yeah, thank you everyone. And we will be posting all the links that we just discussed on the stage chat. And this video will be uploaded very shortly to our YouTube channel. So those of you who didn't make it or joined in late can view it. And the Mongolian subtitles will also come in shortly after that. So yeah, thank you everyone on the stage for joining us today. And thank you for the community for listening in.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Are you running out of time? Can we actually chat with the community, or you gotta go?
So far, I believe these are all the questions we've received from our stage chat. We have not, people can raise their hands if they would like to join us in the stage chat, but we haven't had any raised hands yet. Yeah.
I got it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nelly.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you. See you later.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you a
See you
lot.
soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.